Hello and welcome for a new guide. For this one I did a poll on my community tab and the majority had decided it was time for me to do a support guide. The support role is one of Reddit's favorite class to recommend to new players, together with the medic class, and yes, there are valid reasons for suggesting this, since it's a relatively easy role to get into and learn. I do however personally think new players are better off jumping into the rifleman role and take it from there to learn and enjoy the game a bit. Anyways, in this guide I will be going over some basics of the class, but also go a bit more over the advanced mechanics and tips and tricks you can pull off with this class. To start off, let's get an understanding of the support class and what the role is about. It is already in the name of the class, but as a support, you support your squad and your team in various ways, mainly through supplying them with resources. You can drop a supply box that provide 50 supplies. These supplies can then be used by squad leaders to build garrisons, and the blue zone garrison costs 50 supplies and the red zone garrison costs 100 supplies. More on that later. The engineer class can also use the supplies for building nodes, with each node costing 50 supplies. So if an engineer wants to build all 3 nodes, he will need a total of 150 supplies. The engineer class can also use your supplies to build barricades, barbed wires, Belgian gates, repair stations and so on. When you unlock the level 3 support loadout, besides your default supply box, you will also be able to provide ammunition boxes and explosive ammunition boxes. Each player may only refill from a box once per life, and in total it has 5 uses before it is depleted. The ammunition box allows a player to refill their ammo, and the explosive ammunition box allows players to refill rockets, satchels, flares and so on. This is in my opinion also the most useful box, since the classes who use this ammo never have enough of it. So drop them near the OP, near a tank, well an enemy tank then, or another useful spot to help your fellow players out. These boxes are not restricted to your squad, but the whole team can make use of these boxes. However, do keep in mind that you only have one box of each type on the battlefield. Let's say if you drop a supply box, and then after your cooldown is up or over, you want to drop another one, but the old one isn't used. So if you place a new one, the old one will get removed when you place down a new box. Each type of support box, whether it be supplies or ammo, has a cooldown. If you drop supplies on the ground, it will go on a cooldown for 5 minutes. However, if you walk within 50 meters of an active manpower node, the cooldown will be halved to 2.5 minutes. The same goes for ammunition boxes. These will be halved when you walk within 50 meters of an ammunition node. I do want to say don't be too fast with doing this, since most of these nodes are built in one of the HQ and far away from the front line. Unless you're doing something specific like building nodes and dropping supplies for nodes on your own. Dropping supplies and the distance that goes with it. Now, dropping supplies is easy and straightforward. Look at the ground when you have the box in your hands, and when the blueprint turns green you can place it. Sometimes you'll have to wiggle a bit back and forth to get the spot, since not all surfaces work. Supplies that you have dropped as a support player can be used within 50 meters of the box. Let's say an AT player wants to build an AT gun. He already has the blueprint up and is waiting for the supplies. You are making your way there, and once you get close, just ping the blueprint to get an accurate distance reading and drop the supplies when you are within 50 meters of the blueprint. This also works for garrisons, nodes and other structures. This can save you some time getting there, and it also can save some precious seconds on getting that AT gun up. Also, when you drop the supplies, be kind to your fellow AT player and jump on the gun to help him reload and get a shot off straight away. This might give you that extra precious second before the tank notices you. A common advice that I see going around is the advice that players should pick the support class and follow their squad leader around, or stay near him. In a public game I can understand that to a degree, however in an ideal situation you want your support class to be open and ready to be picked up by one of your squad mates at any given time. There are multiple reasons for that. First of all, you can work around the 5-minute cooldown. If you need a garrison straight away, pronto, but your support player just dropped the supplies, then you will have to ride out that cooldown. If the support role is open, you or any squad mate can just pick up the support role, or the squad leader can call out the next person who dies grabs support. If you have the level 3 load available, also drop the ammunition boxes, then jump off support. Second reason is that although support plays a vital and key role in the game, there are more useful classes to play in your squad when your supplies are on cooldown. For example, you can jump on AT, MG or whatever is available. Unless it's medic. Sorry to all your medic players out there. Some closing thoughts when you're playing support. Can be proactive as a support player and nudge your squad leader to build garrisons. Let's say you're playing in the game and you see you have a low amount of garrisons or want to replace one that just got taken out. Jump into the support role, tell your squad leader, hey, I'm gonna drop supplies there, mind building me a garrison? Or something similar like that. You can also help DSL pick a good spot for a garrison by dropping supplies in a certain spot on the map. And for more info where to place garrisons and what is effective and what not, I recommend watching my squad leader tips and tricks video. As always, feel free to leave a comment with your thoughts and maybe even some tips and tricks that I haven't mentioned. And I will see you in the next one.